dude, I really gotta go.
Oh yeah?
You don't understand.
All right.
I'm just gonna
stop right here. Right here's fine. Oh, hey, no, the truck is going backwards.
Oh, God. Oh, sorry, dude.
Whoa.
Sorry. Whew, that could have been bad. Hey friends, it's Len here from 1A Auto. So today in the studio, I've got a truck in here, and I want to talk to you about one of the reasons why I could figure out why the gauge cluster might be different than the actual gear selection I'm in the transmission. Now, this can be very scary and unsafe in some situations, so I kind of wanted to talk to you about it. A lot of times the cable to adjust this is going to be located underneath the dash. So I'm going to go ahead and take off this plate right here. There'll be another plate behind it for me on this particular application, and then I'll show you what we're dealing with. Now at this point, I have access to where the cable comes down and around, and you can see that it has a little twisty knob on this. As I turn this, that's going to move the indicator up along the console there. You can see down along here, I have the area that's going to move. And of course, that's going to make the cable move. Every time that cable moves, it's going to move the indicator up along the cluster. So now what happened to me? I was driving, I wanted to stop real quick. I was kind of in a hurry, to be honest with you. I went ahead and slapped it into what I thought was park. It looks like it is, when really, it was in reverse. If you look at this right here, it looks like I'm pretty close to in park, if you ask me. But if I actually do put it in park, the indicator almost disappears. Now, obviously something like this didn't just happen to me. It's probably been like this for a little while, or even just kind of gotten worse over time. Maybe while I was driving down the road, I had it in drive, and the indicator was actually on either side of the D, whether it's towards the neutral or even towards the number 2 over there. More than likely, I just didn't really mind. You know what I mean? I'm used to it, and it is what it is. But sometimes things happen to slip your mind, especially if you've got other things on your mind. Or even maybe you let somebody borrow your vehicle because they needed it for something, such as maybe moving or whatever the case may be. They go ahead and do the same exact thing and potentially put themselves in a very dangerous situation. So you probably want to know how to fix this, right? On some vehicles, if you just go ahead and get underneath the dash, you're going to be able to access where the adjustment point is. Follow this cable, you're going to be able to find a little spinny wheel here. I'm just going to go ahead and adjust this until the indicator lines up with the P for park. Okay, so I have it lined up with the P, but I don't want to stop there. You want to make sure that you have the key in the on position, and then we're going to run it through all the gears. There's reverse. Kind of looks like I'm on the left side of that. Let's hit neutral. Once again, still on the left side of it. I'd really like to be in the center of these because as you can tell, the further I get down the line, oh boy, look at that one. That's really not lined up. Let's continue adjusting. So this time I'm just going to go ahead and put it in neutral, and I'm going to bring it to the center of that end. That looks pretty good. Let's run it through the gears again. Looks like we're getting closer to that number 1. Okay. 2. Drive. Looks like we're kind of on the side of that one. You know what? That really doesn't look too bad. Now with the proper adjustment, it should look pretty much like this. And in all honesty, if you're a little bit off on the 1 right there, who really uses the first gear aspect of this? Typically when you're driving, you're going to be using park, reverse, neutral, drive in most cases. So that's where I'm going to have the shift indicator lined up with. Now, not every vehicle is going to have an adjustment underneath the dash for the indicator. There are some other types of vehicles that will have something that's a little bit more electronic. Essentially down near the transmission, you're going to have the selector shaft. When you shift the gears, it's going to spin that shaft. While right on that shaft, it also has something on it that's going to go ahead and talk to the computer of the car and let it know what gear it's in. So it kind of knows what's going on. When that happens, it's also going to light it up on the indicator up here. So you might see that the D is lit up in green or red or whatever the color might be. Other vehicles aren't even going to have an adjustment at all. They're just kind of on there, you put it into drive, it lights up a D on the dash and you know you're in drive. There's nothing that I can do to change that, so I don't really need to get any more into that. Okay friends, so that's pretty much what I've got for you if you're having an issue with your shift indicator being misaligned with the transmission shifter linkage. Of course, if this is happening to you, you might find that you have different types of situations going on. Maybe you don't have the cable with the little adjuster there. Maybe you had to get underneath the car and you have the adjustment right on the transmission. Or maybe you have a newer type car and you don't even have any access to any of that. The car pretty much just says what gear you're in and you have to assume it's right. I hope you liked the video. I hope you learned a little something. If you did and you want to talk about it, leave it in the comments section below because I always love to hear from you. Of course, if you liked the video or loved the video, smash on that like button for me. It would mean the world. While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell. That way there you can be kept up with all of our latest content. Thanks.